You're not going to believe what Johnny Depp just did in Buenos Aires. Seriously, only Johnny could turn a simple night out into something so wild that an entire neighborhood is still talking about it. It wasn't planned, it wasn't staged, and it definitely wasn't supposed to be a big public thing, but of course, that's exactly what it became. And honestly, if you've been following all the stories around Johnny lately, you're definitely not alone. There's been drama, there's been mystery, there's been music, travel, everything. But this moment, this one night in Buenos Aires, feels completely different. It's fun, it's warm, it's chaotic in the best way, and it's one of those stories where you can literally hear people saying, "Yeah, that's so Johnny." So here's what actually happened. Let's start from the top. Johnny lands in Buenos Aires, and the vibe is very relaxed. No drama. No pressure. No giant crowd waiting for him at the airport. He's just there to enjoy the city, enjoy the food, hang out with some friends, and keep things simple. If anything, he wanted peace. Just a quiet night after weeks of travel. But if you've ever watched Johnny in public, you know that peace is the one thing that never lasts. It all begins when he decides to join a couple of local friends for a small Argentine barbecue. Nothing big. Just a private asado, amazing grilled meat, some music, and a few good people. The kind of night where you expect to talk, laugh, eat, and maybe go home early. But someone inside the restaurant whispers. Another person takes a picture. Someone outside thinks they saw him. Then someone else posts it on Instagram. And boom, people start showing up. At first, it's tiny. Just a couple of fans quietly standing outside. But you know how these things go. Once one person confirms it's actually Johnny Depp inside that building, the crowd grows fast. Suddenly there are a dozen people. Then a few dozen. Then people from 2 blocks away start walking over. Then phones come out. Then cars slow down just to check if it's true. And before anyone realizes what's happening, the whole street is buzzing with energy because people want to see Johnny. Now, here's where everything could have become awkward. A lot of celebrities would have panicked. They would have hidden, rushed out the back door, told security to block the entrance, something like that. But not Johnny. Johnny does the complete opposite. He literally opens the door. He waves to everyone. He smiles. And he treats everyone like they're old friends who just happened to stop by. Imagine this for a second. You're eating your steak. Maybe chatting with someone across the table. And suddenly, Johnny Depp is casually standing there, laughing with fans outside the restaurant. He takes a few pictures. He says hello. He literally keeps eating in between moments like it's the most normal thing in the world. It's such a Johnny thing. So relaxed, so charming, so warm. Then a rumor pops up that makes the night even crazier. People swear they saw Johnny behind the grill. Like, actually helping the chef. Holding tongs. Flipping meat. Standing near the smoke like he was part of the kitchen team. Now, whether that's true or not, no one knows for sure. But the fans who were there insist they saw it. And honestly, it feels exactly like something he would do. If you saw a picture of Johnny Depp wearing sunglasses, holding a steak and laughing near the grill, would that shock you? Probably not. And honestly, the internet would explode. But the night keeps getting better. And here's where the magic happens. Someone inside the restaurant pulls out a guitar. Maybe they were planning to play a little quiet music. Then another person brings in a speaker. Someone else sets up a small mic. And as all of this is happening, Johnny looks around and smiles. You know that grin he does when he's about to have fun? Yeah, that one. And in that moment, you can tell something special is about to happen. Without any planning, without any stage, without lights or a production team, a full-on jam session begins right in the middle of Buenos Aires. No tickets. No backstage. No VIP section. Just Johnny, the guitar, the crowd, and the energy of the night. People start recording. People start cheering. People start crying because they can't believe they're listening to Johnny Depp perform music right in front of them for free. The vibe becomes electric. Like a small street concert but more intimate and more real. Johnny plays blues riffs. He sings. He laughs between lines. People shout requests. Some people climb onto each other's shoulders just to see what's going on. It feels like one of those once-in-a-lifetime moments where you know you're witnessing something crazy that wasn't supposed to happen but somehow did. And remember earlier when I said there was one specific moment that fans can't stop talking about? Here it is. During the jam session, Johnny stops for a second, looks at everyone watching him, and says, "Nights like this is why I love Argentina." And right after he says that, the whole place erupts. People scream. People clap. Some record that line on their phones and post it instantly. And within hours, that clip goes completely viral. It spreads across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. And everyone starts asking, what exactly happened in Buenos Aires? Why is Johnny Depp playing guitar in the middle of the night surrounded by fans? Now here's something a lot of fans didn't know, even the ones who followed him for years. That jam session might not have been as random as it looked. According to people close to Johnny, he's been working on some new music. Different styles. Blues, folk, soft rock, and even a little Argentine flavor mixed into it. So this little street performance? It may have been a small test. A warm-up. Or just a moment where he wanted to feel the music with real people around him instead of a studio. Some insiders say he might be planning more surprise moments like this during his travels. No big announcements. No tours. Just unexpected pockets of magic whenever he feels like playing. Others say there might even be an Argentina-inspired track coming out later this year. Nothing confirmed yet, but people who know him well say he's been experimenting a lot, and he loves blending emotions with cultural sounds from the places he visits. Another thing worth mentioning is that Johnny has always been someone who loves connecting directly with fans. Not through press conferences or red carpets, but through real, unfiltered moments. Moments where there's no script and no pressure, just people enjoying each other's presence. And this Buenos Aires night was exactly that. It's the purest example of who he is when he's not acting, not performing for cameras, not navigating Hollywood pressure, just being himself. Now think about this. If Johnny Depp walked into your city, sat down for a simple barbecue, and suddenly started singing in the street at midnight, what would you do? Would you rush out of your house? Would you freeze? Would you scream? Would you call your friends? Because every person in that crowd reacted differently. Some tried to stay calm. Some tried to record every second. Some tried not to cry. Some were shaking so hard their videos came out blurry. And honestly, who can blame them? This kind of moment doesn't happen twice. You can't plan it. You can't recreate it. It's what makes celebrity stories like this feel real and human. Because behind all the movie roles, behind all the fame, behind all the noise, Johnny is still someone who loves food, music, culture, and people. And he happened to express all of that in one unforgettable night. So now the big question, if something like this happened near you, how would you react? What would you do if you turned the corner and suddenly Johnny Depp was performing live in the street? I want to know what you'd do, what you'd feel, and how you'd react, because moments like this bring out the real fan inside everyone. And if you enjoyed this little journey into Johnny's Argentina adventure, you're definitely going to want to hear about his other mystery nights and unexpected appearances. Some of them are even crazier than this one. So stick around, because we've got more stories coming your way. Before you go, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment about what you would have done if you were there, and subscribe if you want more personal, fun, and unpredictable stories like this. Thanks for watching, and who knows, maybe the next surprise jam session will happen in your city.